I did a video in which I was talking about how I grew up dirt poor. My family was on government assistance. We had a steady diet of government cheese. I was born in the early 70s, so we had our pantry had all of that, what was called no name brand stuff back in the day. Or you guys know it as generic. It was the white boxes with the black block lettering. All my clothes were hand me downs. We lived in a shack. We drove used cars. It was, and I mean, I don't just mean used cars. I mean beat to piss, barely running used cars. Anyway, this person comes in that video and says, "Yet you still voted Democrat." Yeah, I have. Do you know why I vote Democrat? Here's where people are going to come in and go, "Because you're brain dead libtard, but do." No, because I'm a realist. I understand that only one of two people are going to win, the Democrat or the Republican. That we unfortunately have a two-party system that is set up that only one of those two people are going to win. And in my lifetime, only one of those two parties have actually done anything to try and help the middle class. The Democrats are the only one of those two parties that are trying to get Americans a living wage. Democrats are the only one of those two major parties that are trying to get people universal health care. Democrats are the only ones of those two parties who are fighting for and trying to get reduced college education costs, forgiveness on student loans, or free community college at the point of use. Only one of those two parties have fought to try and get free school lunches for kids who are in need. Only one of those two parties have fought for people to be able to have their own bodily autonomy. Only one of those two parties have fought for the rights of every American, not just the Americans that vote the way they do. And that's the reason why I vote Democrat. I vote Democrat because in our incredibly flawed system of politics in the United States of America, we only have a choice between one of two ideologies. And the Democratic ideology at least tries to help the American people, while the Republican ideology only tries to help themselves and their rich donors. The fact that I vote Democrat while being a straight, white, middle-aged, middle American male who owns his own businesses should be a message to you as to how bad the Republican Party is. Let's just say, for example, I only vote based on my pocketbook, right? You might say, well, you should vote for Republicans because Republicans are going to cut your taxes. ACEs, grand, fantastic. What's that do for the demand for my products or services? As somebody who owns a business, I don't do well solely because the government cuts my taxes. I do well if people want demand or have demand for my products or services. And under Democratic administrations, people have been able to spend more of their money. Demand for products and services have gone up. Job growth has gone up. GDP has gone up. The stock market has gone up. And under Republican presidents, the opposite has happened over the course of my lifetime. So my question to you is, why aren't you voting Democrat?